All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, how you feeling on this wonderful Wednesday night?
Oh man, I'm doing fine, and from my understanding, man, the Saints are finally into training camp right now. So I guess we're gonna get into that. I'm ready for that talk. Let's get it.
Big facts, fam, and Who That Nation. I hope you guys are having a great start to your work week. It's midweek, so we just hoping for a great push to get to this wonderful weekend ahead of us. Some great news that happened for us this week. The rookies have reported to training camp, so that is a great thing. But tonight's show is going to consist of us breaking down two of the most concerning position groups heading into training camp. I believe that should be an important topic for us to discuss. I know it's been a lot of, hoopla and well deserved. We still got to go out and perform, but we definitely had one hell of an off season by bringing in some pieces, especially rebounding from, the loss of Teron Armstead, Marcus Williams, especially rebounding at receiver. And it'll be a big plus if we can have Mike at the old Mike that we know him as. So it's a lot of great things ahead, Who That Nation, but we just want to talk about the two most concerning positions heading into training camp. But before we get started, let's go ahead and get over to the chat. Let's give the chat a shout out. Shout out to Brandon McGowan, said, "Who that, fam?
Who that?
Who that to you?" Then we got RG, that dude, the bad man, said, "Sup, y'all, who that?"
A bad man. Who that to you?
Yes. And we'll get back into the comments as the show goes on. But before we get started, if you guys don't know, the podcast has a highlight video of Marshawn Lattimore. Shout out to WD for doing one hell of a job on that. Fantastic highlight reel of Marshawn Lattimore. The first 5 seconds definitely will let you know how the peers view Marshawn. Arguably the best cornerback talking about Marshawn. So, yeah, man, y'all please go check out that highlight reel of our Marshawn Lattimore. And I see some more people coming in the building. I see the OG Jerry Poor, shout out to you. B Con, shout out to you. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The two position groups that we came up with, I might add a third one in there, but we can do that last. So let's just go ahead and get started. Two of the most concerning position groups. We're gonna start with the guard position. So what we can do, WD, we can just go down. We know who our starters are. We can name a few backups and just explain the role that they played last season and what they can bring this season along with the starters.
Well,
so
let's keep it real though, CB. We don't really want to talk about the backups when we rather want to talk about certain starters, but we definitely gonna get into that.
Facts. Hey, I might take a backup over, who we're about to talk about, but I mean, like I said, We ain't disrespecting the nine, just facts. But
Oh, hey, I'm half joking. I'm half joking.
okay, but let's go ahead and get started at the guard position. We can start with Cesar Ruiz.
Oh,
Cesar Ruiz, he really done said, 100 times. We all seen the type of season he's had. Since coming into the league. Um, he was put at right guard his rookie season. We thought that was something that he would gradually grow into and get better at. We come into year two, which was last season, and definitely was a disappointing year for Cesar Ruiz. Um, it's looking like he's about to be the starter at this position again. I didn't pull up his numbers, but we don't have to do all the number pulling up to see how his performance was last season. This is a concern for us because regardless of us bringing Jameis back and having Kamara and all the receivers and stuff like that, if bruh getting his ass kicked, like he was last season, that could possibly be a concern for us and people getting back there to Jameis, which is recovering, from a torn ACL. So yeah, it's a concern. So WD, what's your thoughts on Cesar Ruiz?
he gotta play better. It's just simply put, he has to play a lot better, not just play better, a lot better. But first thing first, man, just letting guys run to your quarterback, man, that's a big no-no. I would rather him, I know we don't want penalties, but I would rather him hold or do something, man, because every time he letting guys get to the quarterback, man, they just getting knocked pretty hard. Like, so you don't want our quarterback getting injured. I mean, I feel like the guards play in general is the reason why our running backs were mostly injured last season, including the fact that we had what I would say about we've had 4 different starting QBs this past season. So I think that says it all. So just in general, he has to play better, man. I'm hoping Doug Marrone, I hope he plays a huge part in helping him excel. But I feel like this is definitely a proven year for Caesar. He's gonna have to get right this year, or he's gonna be out the door. 'Cause I mean, as bad as he played last season, just being honest with you, I mean, we can sit up here and talk about how he's a first round pick. I mean, but even so, it's almost to a point where you just feel like he shouldn't be here if he played just as bad as he did last season. It's not just as bad as the other guard. I mean, it's way worse than what the other guard was, but we'll get into that. But yeah, man, we just need to see a better performance from Caesar in general.
Facts. And I don't know what the issue. I don't know if he got the short end of the stick by not playing his regular position. I mean, I know he did get put at center, in the middle of the season, and maybe he just wasn't adjusted to the Saints offense, and maybe, at the center position, you're telling pretty much the commander in chief on the offensive line, not saying you're the best one, but you kind of, letting everybody know what's what, and you the guy that's the snapper, so you got to be on point. You got to make sure that you got the cadence right and all that stuff. I don't know what the issue was when they moved him to center, but it didn't look good at center as well. But I mean, I don't know. It was just guys running past him. I don't know. And I know at the guard position it was the same, similar play. I just know it looked like he's going to be our starter, at least, heading into training camp in the preseason. Am I writing him off? No, I'm not going to write him off because I'm going to be honest. We was doing the same thing with Pete, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. We was on Pete's ass like that, but Pete was making contact with defenders, though. What's the difference? This man is letting defenders run by. He's not even. I mean, it's plays where he's not even making contact with the defender running past him. So we definitely hope that gets improved. We see what happens. Like I said, we're not downplaying nobody. Cesar Ruiz is a New Orleans Saint. We want the man to succeed. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
but
has to.
we gotta be real and honest. We gotta be real and honest. If he continued playing like he done last year, regardless of the Jarvis Landry, the Chris Olave bringing, Mike and having, regardless of all of that, if Jameis is back there get bomb rushed every other play, and especially if Ruiz let defenders run past him, that's gonna be a huge problem. So we definitely gotta, hope that his play improve. Like I said, we behind Caesar. He a Saint. We want him to play better. Especially if he's starting, I mean, of course.
Yeah, and look, let look. It's not even just about past season, because this guy, he's also responsible of, our best quarterback ever. But you know what? We ain't gonna get into all that. I just want to point it out. It goes beyond the past season. Okay, so
Right.
he just got to improve. There's really, I feel like this, man. There's no way he could play worse than what he just did. So shit, you know what? I might have to. I might have to take that back, man. But go ahead.
Oh man, yeah, man. Like I said, you know and I know, man. We definitely not trying to disrespect nobody. We just being honest. Hopefully he improves this year. I mean, that's just what it comes down to, and it could cause issues. I mean, we got a quarterback that's coming off of ACL once again, so that got to improve.
Yeah, it has to improve.
Gundam said, "I don't trust Cesar Ruiz to protect Jameis Winston." Yeah. I mean, it's concerning going into this season. Maybe year 3. Doug Marrone has shown up to the fold. So with the addition of Doug Marrone, he's been an exceptional, line coach. He's been with the team in the past, pretty exceptional at his job. So hopefully, he can help get the wrinkles out, of his play. So we'll see. But shout out to Cesar Ruiz, man. We want him to, play very well. Okay, so now you got him. Now we move over to the other guard, which is Andrews Pete. Andrews Pete has definitely improved, within the past year and a half. So, he's definitely improved. My only thing with him was my only issue with him in the past was his pass blocking. But when you start throwing injuries on top of, that, like I said, the pass blocking and, his play overall has improved within the last year and a half. But I mean, he's kind of been injury prone as well. Every year he's missing, a good bit of games here and there. That's also could be concerning because if we don't have Pete, we seen the guys that we put in over there. One guy was Throckmorton. I think that's his name, Throckmorton. Throckmorton was a guy that stepped in when Pete got hurt. And then I believe Throckmorton got hurt, and then you went to another backup guard. So, I mean, Andrews Pete, he definitely has to stay healthy this year. We need it. I mean, you talking about 2 inside positions where teams know they can just because them 2 gonna be the only. Like I said, Pete has improved, but they gonna try to attack the inside because they know in their minds that they think they can get off on Caesar. Hopefully, Caesar prove them wrong. And with Andrews Pete, he's had history of getting beat. Even though he's improved, but they gonna definitely try to attack the inside, send blitzes, through the inside. So, what's your thoughts on Andrews Pete?
Well, first thing, before Caesar came along, it was Andrews Pete. You know, everybody got on Andrews Pete because it was mostly inconsistent play. But he wasn't overall bad. I mean, you know, because his good was actually pretty decent. So I mean, I would love to have that Andrews Pete full goal, you know, consistently. But he too got he definitely got to improve his play. I mean, you know, much like the other guy, he's not really as bad, but I mean, you just wanted him to be consistent. That's for first of all, like you said, he got to stay healthy first of all. So I mean, just be on the field and start there, man. And once again, I'm just gonna bring up Doug Marrone again. Doug Marrone, I feel like for them to bring him in, they got to be looking for some type of improvement. You know, I know we're gonna be talking about backup guards, but I mean, there's really no better options than Andrews Pete at this moment. So that's who we have, and we have to rely on that guy. So just in general, man, both Caesar and Pete, they have to improve. We're not trying to down them, but we just calling it for what it is. They are the weakest link of this O-line. You know, we got a rookie at one of the tackle positions, but even so, you know, I feel like if the guards can at least be decent, then our O-line can be back to true form, which is high quality, and that's what we need.
Facts. And like I said, we hitting on the guard position. Really, I mean, you could, you know, go out to one of the tackle positions as well. I mean, because we don't know how Pennon's going to fare out. Pennon, I definitely believe he just got the instincts. I believe he's going to be great eventually. But I do have faith in James Hurst. You know, but like I said, it all goes hand in hand. I believe James Hurst is the wild card out of all of this, because whatever position besides center, if a guard gets hurt, James Hurst gonna step in there. If tackle get hurt, James Hurst gonna step in there. That's what we saying now. I mean, hopefully he's the guy that's stepping in. I want Trevor Pennon to win the job, and let James Hurst be that guy. But I mean, the line got to stay healthy. You know, Teron was a hell of a player, Pro Bowler. You know, he's gone. Will he get replaced with a guy that can stay healthy and be, you know, pretty decent? You know, because of course he's gonna have his rookie pains. That's why, you know, you come to the guards like a Pete. He gotta be present. You know, at least a good majority of the season. And then we got Ruiz. He going into year 3. I mean, none of this rookie or trying to get adjusted and all that. It's none of that. That's over with. One guy should be the only one getting little rookie passes and stuff like that. And that's Trevor Pennon. That's the only one on the offensive line. So, like I said, we got a quarterback that's coming back from, you know, ACL injury. The last thing we want is for him to be running for his life, because he has to be able to get the ball off. We already know. I'm not going to say that. But we don't want him throwing under pressure. You know, if he's been throwing under pressure, I mean, right, come on, we know what could possibly happen. So we just want him to have at least a good, adequate amount of time to get the ball off. And it starts up front. Here go a question for you, WD. You see that, WD?
Give me a moment, CB.
Oh, okay. Well, before you get ready, let me read another comment. Gundam said Pete just has to stay on the field. Facts. I mean, he got hurt in the second game.
Hey, you can pull that question up for me again.
Okay.
WD, in your honest opinion, now be honest now, who do you think in the NFC South win the division this year and why? That's That's pretty tough. Here's the thing. You know, I could sit up here and say that the Bucks can win the division, but the thing about it is both the Bucks and us both have tough. I feel like we both have tough opponents. To keep it real with you, I don't. You know, I could sit there and say, man, I think the Saints are going to win the division just strictly because I'm a Saints fan, and we do. I do believe, for the most part, we do have the better team. I do think we have the harder schedule, though. That's the problem. It just really plays a huge factor in health as well, because much like last season, I felt like if we would have been more healthy than what we were, we probably would have won the division, or at least I felt like we would have had a stronger play in the second half. I mean, we had Jameis Winston going down, and not even just that. I mean, like I said, we had injuries with the running backs, our O-line, just a whole mess, man. So I think it plays a huge part in health. I think it plays a huge part in the beginning of the season as well. Who starts out strong? But again, we both got tough schedules, and I honestly, I can tell you, I really don't know. I'm hoping we can pull it out, but honestly, I'm not really. Look, I'm so past this. Hey, we kings of the South. Let's win the division. How many times we gonna win a division and don't finish? So I feel like this. We can get in as a wild card divisional round. It doesn't even matter to me. Play your best game in the playoffs. That's what I'm worried about. Let's finish the job because it's way past overdue.
Facts. Gundown said Pete is talented, but he has to counter a quick defensive lineman with spin moves. That's all I see. I agree with that. And that's even worse with, Ruiz. But, I mean, you pointed it out right here. It's what it comes down to. If our line stay healthy, Jameis Winston will kill secondary.
And you know something? It plays a part of. I feel like it works in both. I feel like it works the favor on both sides because, there are some times when the O line they shouldn't have to hold. They shouldn't, have to hold up for so long. I feel like the fact that we have better receivers at this point, we got guys getting open, so that means Jameis can get the ball out quicker than what he has been doing. So it'll help the O line as well. So it plays, I feel like it plays a favor on both sides, and that's what we need. I feel like each unit is going to help each other, and that's what makes us a complete team. Offensively, just in general, we got to be better overall, not just the receivers, the O-line, everything. Going back with Kamara, I still believe Ingram got it in him. I don't think he's as. I would say I don't think he like. I seen people say that. It seems like Ingram he doesn't have it anymore. He's old. He is an older player. I'll give it to you. But I honestly think that he was injured too, and I think he still has it. I feel like in that Bucks game he showed that he still got it a bit. So yeah, just in general, I think having both running backs is just as important as well. We'll see about Kamara and how that goes, but just in general, man, I think every unit just plays a huge part in making our offense way better than what it was last season.
Bit fast. And I'm pretty sure you guys know just some news that have broke a few days ago. We brought in a running back. I forgot his name, but they brought him in for a workout. I don't know if that meant anything, if that was just to get an invite to training camp. But yeah, just to piggyback what you said on Ingram, I believe he'd be a solid backup. I didn't see anything far as him. I done seen him lose, his juice. I hadn't seen that from him yet. I mean, then we also got to remember about Tony Jones. Now, I don't know if that was just a hype little spree that he was on, or if he really official like that. We will see. But
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't even know if I can say hype. It's just a simple fact that we needed another running back besides AK. We didn't need AK taking the load last season. And so when you looking for that other guy, then everybody's gonna say that name, like, oh, Tony Jones Jr., Tony Jones Jr. You know, I felt like he did look solid in preseason. I think he can be decent. I think he can, show something. We'll see how it goes this preseason or so. But just in general, I just think whoever the number 2 is, and even number 3, I just feel like we're going to be saying those names often because it's just a simple fact that we need other guys other than AK just to help, because we don't want one guy taking a beat like some other running backs in this league.
Right. So hopefully we can still get, that AK Mark Ingram duo special. So we can read this comment and then we can go ahead to the other position. Shout out to 100 Bands Full. Welcome to the podcast. Said, do you think our offense can be in the top 10 this year?
Oh, that's a damn good question, because when you say top 10, I feel like you can be talking about scoring, you can be talking about total offense. Now look, Jameis, this is a guy that threw for 5,000 yards. This is the guy that threw 30 touchdowns. Yes, of course, people are going to bring up the interceptions. But look, in yards, look, if we got guys like Chris Olave, we got Deontay Hardy, guys getting wide open, man. I feel like total offense, I feel like we can be in the top 10. Scoring, I think it gets more. I feel like it can definitely be a hard argument, because I mean, as far as weapons, we got to be able to score. Once we get in the red zone, I just don't know how it play out, because we got some new pieces and stuff like that. But can we be a top 10 offense? I think we can. I think we got the weapons. The thing about it is there's another weak link that we have on this offense that we got to discuss. But I definitely want to hear CB opinion on this question.
Yes. Yeah. I believe we can crack top 10. I believe that, if Mike Thomas is back to the old Mike Thomas that we know, if he's able to overcome that ankle that's been nagging him, I believe we can be top 10. I mean, because we're going to have AK in the backfield, AK, a dose of him and Mark, and then we got our receivers. So we're going to have the run game, we're going to have the pass game. I mean, like I said, it just come down to our 2 guards putting on the display, giving Jameis time, being able to hold blocks, being able to run block, essentially. Well, we know what Ram and McCoy going to bring, and Pete, if he healthy. We just, the other 2, Cesar Ruiz and possibly Penning or Hurst, got to hold it down. And I think we'll be top 10 easily. I think we can have the number 1 offense if everything pans out well. But in order for us to have the number 1 offense, I believe we got to stay healthy. Mike Thomas definitely got to come back to form. Because like you said, I mean, we know Jameis can sling the ball. He's going to have options, and then we can pound the ball. That's just going to leave, the run game open. You can't stack 8 in the box, because we're going to have pieces on the outside now. If, like I said, Mike got to be healthy, and then if they want to back up, we're just going to pound it to them. So, I mean, either way, we got it on both ends. But like I said, health and the offensive line that stars up front. They got to get Jameis time, man. So, like I said, guards definitely stands out.
I'm seeing a lot of questions here.
Yeah, speaking of AK, do y'all think Goodell will suspend him or let it slide like Lattimore last season?
I doubt they let it slide, but however, I heard that depending on whatever happens, or like the date of the court or whatever, I think it can be held till next year, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see about that, but I don't think they're gonna let this slide. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Lattimore last year, we just knew for sure he was suspended, but sure enough, we had to do. Hey, I mean, it was funny with Lattimore. It worked both ways. I mean, because he was injured. You know, his hand, he had a hurt hand, and he was still shutting down Devontae Adams. So, yeah, man, I'll take it.
Fast. I said we was gonna move on, but there's two interesting comments. We can hit on these right quick. You think we should trade Hardy?
Oh, let me answer that. Absolutely not. Look, let's not get crazy here because let's keep it real. Just because we just got Jarvis, we just got Michael Thomas back, Olave, that don't mean we are too good for any other running. I mean, I was about to say running back, Lord. We are not too good for any other receivers. I feel like we ain't that stacked enough. I feel like we aren't stacked enough until Troutman is on the bubble, like for real. Now I'm just gonna call it for what it is. Hell, if we could add another receiver, I would say go for it. I'm not satisfied enough. That's how bad this receiver core was last season. So to trade Deontay Hardy, no.
No, absolutely not. We need him. If anything, we need him in special team, in the kick and punt return game. But he's gonna have an impact in the offense as well. I said we know the names we just brought in and stuff, but Hardy he gonna have his step on the offense as well. You can't just let that set. Brandon McGowan said Kareem Hunt may get picked up by the Saints either during camp or mid-season traded. Cleveland struggling. Something I forward to down the line. Let's hope it happens.
I would love that. I would love
it.
I
definitely love it.
He's a beast.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. But the only way I would want that is if AK is suspended, they go ahead and do his suspension, and Mark isn't showing up. So I know they gonna want something. I think Kareem Hunt is. I think he's good enough to be a starter on a scrub team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's good enough to be a starter. So they're just not gonna take no 6th round pick and that's it. I believe it's gonna be something. Is Mike Thomas coming? We hope so. We hope so, fam. So we'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our second most concerning position.
Now, before you say that this is why I'm not going to say what it is, but I mean they should have a good idea what it is. This is why I was saying, like, look, when we talking about scoring offense, it plays a huge part. But go ahead, CB.
But yeah, our second most concerning position is the tight end position.
Mm-hmm.
The tight end position, that's the second most concerning position. So we are getting to depth. It's a few tight ends. Pretty much got a lot of depth. I'm not gonna say it like depth far as like everybody good. I'm saying like we got some names that participated last season at that position. We can start with Adam Troutman. You guys know we drafted him. We traded the rest remaining of our draft. That was the seasonal reach year. We traded everything remaining in the draft to move up and get him. He come in rookie year, puts on, shows potential. It was a point in time where we was wanting him to start over Cook. And then we go into the second year. He kind of goes on a flop. I know he was battling an injury, but he came back from his injury, and he still wasn't looking like what we seen year one. So, year two, do you think this was a sophomore slump? Do you think this is something that he can rebound from? I mean, what's your takeaway on Troutman? Because I know.
Oh man. Do I think he can bounce back? Of course, yeah. think, of course. I'm just wondering when we gonna get a tight end that can actually catch everything that comes their way. Because I mean, like I said, I feel like I've seen this tight end twice before, at least twice before. Dan Arnold, Kobe Fleener. Forgive me for calling those names out, but do I believe he can improve? Absolutely. I think he can do it. It's just, will he do it? I don't know, man. Besides not catching the ball. Look, I know he can run routes, man. I know he can get open. I don't think he has a huge problem with that. He just needs to catch the football. As far as blocking, he got to get that better. He got to be better at that as well. So I mean, just in general, those are the two things he got to get better at, which is being consistent at blocking. He's not horrible at blocking, but you see, we don't need those penalties. So it's that, and he just need to catch the football. Put some glue on his hand, man. That's all I got.
I know what you're talking about already. I ain't even got to ask.
Welcome up, Chad. How you feeling, fam?
I'm sorry I'm late, man. I got all this late. But I know y'all talking about Adam. I can tell by how Dub is talking about it. You understand? Say, bro. I have nothing really nice to say about Adam. I'm just gonna tell you the truth, bro. I'm not gonna fluff it. I ain't gonna play home team. I don't like Adam. I don't, bro. You heard me?
Do you think year two was just a sophomore slump, or do you think that's who he is?
I'm thinking that's who he is. You understand? But in all fairness, right? We're gonna see what he brings to the table this year. You understand? I'm not too optimistic about Adam Troutman at all. You understand? And I'm not gonna even fluff it. That guy cost us like 2 games last season with some of the foolishness and stuff, dropping the ball. What was it when he dropped the ball on the 4th and 1? And I remember he had the holding call that reversed a touchdown. Then I remember he had another call, right, that negated us going for the 2-point conversion. I think that was in the Titans game.
God damn, you got a list? No, I'm not playing. I'm playing, man.
That stuff is embedded in my memory, bro. You understand? And then in the one game that he gonna chose the last game of the season to show out. Man, I don't know what to say about Adam, bro. I'm not too optimistic about him. I hope Juwan Johnson can supplant him, or Crawl, or somebody supplant him. Unless he have a crazy, insane training camp, which I doubt.
Yes. Like I said, my expectations for Troutman was definitely higher than what was displayed. Coming into the second year, I seen, Chris route running. He wasn't the fastest guy, but I mean, you got a lot of tight ends, that's not the fastest, but they're able to create separation. He showed lots of that his rookie year, and then coming into this year, I don't know if too much pressure got on him, because I mean, we all was expecting, we all at one point was wanting him to start over Jared Cook. That's how bad it had got.
Yeah.
So then coming into this season, we was lacking at the receiver depth. So I mean, who we gonna start looking at when we talking about getting catches and stuff like that? His name gonna come in the equation. So when you got that going on, I just think, was too much pressure on him. He didn't rise to the occasion. He definitely didn't rise up to the occasion. Too much pressure was put on him, but I mean, that's no excuse. That's no excuse for me. I mean, like I said, a rookie, I kind of let a rookie get by with that, but your second year, you don't come out and show that rookie season, and you got us wanting us to do away with Jared, which we did anyway. But I'm just saying at that point, and then you come in, okay, you see how receivers looking, so you gonna get the targets, just get open, and dropping the ball and stuff like that, especially crucial parts of the game, So yeah, man, I really don't know what to. I'm really excited about this Taysom Hill. I don't know if Taysom Hill putting on weight. I'm talking about, muscle weight so he can, block. I don't know how they plan on really using him at tight end, but I honestly believe I know at the receiving part of the position, he definitely gonna have an impact. Do that mean he starts? I'm not sure, but Taysom Hill is gonna be getting action. He's not gonna be sitting on that sideline. So I think Adam Troutman in general, I can go as far as to say, he might be on the bubble a little bit. He might be on the bubble. This not a first round draft pick where you're gonna go through the whole cycle. That's just like with Reese. He's a first round draft pick. So they gonna give him the time just to see if anything happens. But Troutman was a 4th round draft pick. So, nothing is guaranteed like he can play his whole rookie deal out. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but he got some competition there.
But you know what, to add on to what you were saying too, CB, all those things you mentioned, right, about the high expectations and all that, that was also the expectations of the coaching staff. They even said so, about him. You understand? So, knowing that information, I think that he may be on the ball. You understand? They're gonna be taking a careful look at Mr. Adam Troutman. Make sure that he, is all that he's was supposed to wrap up to be. Because even though we took him in the 4th round, he was supposedly had gotten a higher round grade and all that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we moved back into the draft and got Adam Troutman. You understand? So that's what makes it even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with Miss Adam, man. You understand this? If you look at this collection group, they really did nothing. And another thing too, right, is that the Saints have shown concern in that position. They brought plenty people in at that position just over the off-season. So they're looking for production at that position, definitely. And it bodes well, man, because Jameis always did like going to the tight end, even when he was, in Tampa Bay. So if we can get a tight end, that's, that can at least consistently catch the ball and run good routes. That should help our offense out tremendously.
Big facts.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by what I meant by depth at tight end, I'm not saying that like it's a bunch of great tight ends. Like I do know Juwan Johnson is promising. He showed promise. He's not there yet, but he's shown promise. Taysom Hill, I'm excited about that. I mean, the reason why we think it's concerning, because it wasn't no productivity at that position. We don't know who the tight end gonna be. It starts with Troutman, who we look at. We see that he didn't produce last season. So, you got a promising tight end in Juwan Johnson. I want to see more from him. And then you got Taysom. That could possibly explode in a great way.
I want to see if we got in this little rookie, too. Little rookie that came out of Pittsburgh. They played with Kenny Prickett.
Yeah, he was definitely the talk of mini camp. I guess he was out there, having a great mini camp. But Yeah, he's definitely the talk. I think he's 6'6", 250. I seen he ran a 4.6 440. So a 4.6 40. And they say he's very quick and explosive.
Yeah, I
Who
like
knows?
him. And then
Who knows?
don't we still have Vanette?
Yep, we got Vanette. And it's crazy. I was looking at Vanette's numbers. I know he's been used more as a blocker, but this is Troutman's numbers last year. He had 27 receptions for 263 yards, 2 TDs. Vanette played in 7 games, had 9 receptions for 133 and 1 TD.
Count your
They really
days.
didn't give Vanette the ball like that. I know he was used more as a blocker. But Jawan Johnson had 13 receptions for 159 yards. He had 4 TDs, so he was definitely being used in the end zone. But I'm excited about Jawan Johnson. I mean, I'm saying the possibility of the tight end room excelling and being and us having depth, it's a possibility. I don't trust Troutman. You can see promise in Jawan. Taysom, I mean, we're excited to see how that plays out. And then we've been hearing the talk of Lucas Kroll, the rookie. We see how that plays out. You know, it's always been a undrafted guy the past few seasons. I don't know if it'll continue now that Sean is not a part of the picture, but it may continue where we keep having undrafted guys, just blossom.
Whatever y'all do, right? Don't time out that yuck troll or nothing. Just let him stay around, cause I got something for his ass. All right, just let him just stay around. Let him keep talking his little yuck trash. And after we done with our business here, I got something for his ass. All right.
But I do want to bring up a position. I know we said it was the two most concerning, but I'm gonna be honest. I believe this position is the second most concerning, and the tight end is following this position. I believe the linebacker position is being overlooked. After you go past DeMario and Pete, you have Caden Ellis, you got Zach Bong, and then you got DeMarco Jackson. Now you going to rookies. If one of these if Pete or DeMario get hurt, we're looking at a possible Zach Bond or Caden Ellis stepping out there.
Then we drafted a dude, man. I think we drafted a dude out of Air Force that played linebacker.
Talking about D'Amico, right?
Yeah.
That's what CV said. I think I said his name wrong.
That's why I believe. I don't know if Quan gonna be a training camp signing. You remember we signed him pretty late last year. Hopefully he's going to get signed by somebody. Maybe they just waiting until training camp. We need to get him ASAP.
Don't get me started, because
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Right, and I'm just gonna be 100 with y'all. Right? If he's not signed by training camp, don't expect Quan on this team. Okay, because it's starting to look more and more obvious. Like Quan Alexander is not in the plans of the New Orleans Saints. And it's unfortunate. And don't get me wrong now. I'd love to have him back. I have nothing against that. But the way in which they making moves, it don't look like they making moves with Quan in mind. I'm just saying. If he ain't back by training camp, then we can start thinking about, or even entertaining the thought of having Quan back on the team.
Shit, we about to go march the airline right now with our pitchforks and torches.
You're going to have to, you don't really know if you have to do that as of yet.
Shit, I'm doing it.
Go out there, get going on, man. Get your march on. Go get your march on.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and go out and say this. I said this in a Saints chat. I'm not fully sold on Pete yet. I'm not fully sold yet. So I mean, to me, that's why I said linebacker is more, you know, more concerning to me than the tight end position. I mean, because receivers can kind of make up for the receiving part, and we can throw a net, but net he was exceptional. We need extra blockers. We can kind of our receiving core can kind of take care of that if needed. But the linebacker position, Demario might it could be possible that he's our only great linebacker, or only good linebacker, that we have. We don't know if Pete gonna have a flop. And like I said, it's just being I'm not when I say I'm not sold, I'm saying I need to see more of Pete. I need to see more of Pete. We know what he brought his rookie year. We know what he brought to this table. Man had over 10 tackles, I think 2 straight games. We know, but we've seen some areas where he can get better, especially in coverage. I just need to see more of Pete. I just can't be sold on him like that. That's why I mean, in my opinion, I thought the smartest thing for them to do is to bring Quan back, let them compete for that position, may the best man win.
Yeah, I think the money, the money speaks a lot of volumes there. I think Quan is asking for, probably a multi-year, and with his injury problems, and he's not going to get what he wants. So that's probably why he's unsigned right now. So, yeah, I think for me, the reason why it made me believe like we probably might not be getting Quan back is when they signed Eric Wilson, and I'm not saying Eric Wilson's gonna make the team. However, he is a vet, and he's actually a linebacker that's actually more of a coverage linebacker than he is, running and run stopping, But I don't think he had that great of a year last season. But I feel like he's kind of been a short term journeyman, that's what I would call him. But I'm not saying that he's going to make the team. But remember, the Saints, they was after another veteran, which was Joe Sherver, and that right there just made me believe like, it seemed like we moving away from Quan. So I'm not really sure about that. I think they're going to just see what Pete can do. This is his time to shine. I mean, he's going to have no choice but to, play as many snaps as he can. So, I know what you're saying, CB. I can agree with a lot that you're saying, but I just think this is where they're going to actually let him showcase his abilities and see what he has. So, hopefully, he takes it to a new level. He was solid. At least I would say he was solid last season. He's just gonna have to take that next step. Like you said, we're gonna have to see him in pass coverage and stuff.
Yucks fan, don't say good night yet. You understand? Don't leave just as of yet. You understand? Stay your ass around here for a minute. Stay your yuck ass around here. Don't start running now.
Wait. Who you saying good night to, guys?
I don't know who the hell he's saying.
I think he's saying it to the panel, telling us good night, ladies.
No.
Let
us continue. Don't get thrown off by him. I got something for him later.
I'm not even looking at the comments, but I thought he was talking to Godwin when y'all said that.
Let me say my thing about that. Like, I ain't even bothered with this before. I take care of him later. But look, judging from what both of y'all was saying, right? I agree with a little bit of what both of y'all saying. Maybe they should have bought in Quan, just to compete.
Oh, ain't no maybe.
You know what I'm saying? But also too, man, you have to realize Dennis Allen believes in Pete. He believes in Pete. Right? You understand what I'm saying? He believes in Pete Werner. You may not be sold with him. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% sold with him, but I am encouraged by his play. I tell you that much. I didn't see anything that that really alarmed me. He made some mistakes You know, that was something that a rookie is subject to make. You know, he didn't look like he was too overwhelmed by the game or nothing like that. You understand? So I'm encouraged with that. If we sign Quan back, I would love to have him back. If we don't sign Quan back, I'm encouraged by what I saw out of P1. So, in the greater scheme of things, I would love to have him back. You know, I'm an LSU fan too, but you know, I think the reason why they really hesitant, to be honest with you, in signing Quan, I think they just really tired of his injury history. And,
it's the money, man. It's the money. I mean, like, he ain't on no team right now. It's the money, man. I just think, you know, he don't just want this 1 year, you know, he wants a multi-year, you know, and I get how he feel because the season he had this past season, but I doubt he gets what he wants, man.
That's how he gets it too, bro. And especially when we spread out so thin. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. What you got, CB?
This is an interesting comment right here. Shout out to JT. He said, Chatline family, I always say you are as good as your reserves.
I agree. We seen that last season. You understand? Because our reserve wide receivers wasn't really too much of
Reserves?
Yeah. You know.
I'm gonna stop.
Well, stop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop because look, I can clown on here all day. Y'all know this.
You understand? But yeah, we agree with that. You understand? You got to have good depth. I don't think anybody on the panel would disagree with that. You got CB.
First. Well, that's basically it for the breakdown. You know, Uptown it's in your hands now. You said you need it. You know.
Okay, Mr. Yuck, right?
I think he gone, bro.
Mr. Yuck, right? Hey, Mr. Yuck, right? I don't think the damn Yuccaneers have won 15 games combined against us. Do you know who that nation, the team that we have beaten the most since we've been in the NFL? Take a wild guess who that is. Take one wild guess. The GOAT playing for them right now. They got a fat-ass 260-pound linebacker, you know, running the football for them right now. Huh? It was them Yucks. We've been putting our foot in your ass ever since, bro. Every year that you won the Super Bowl, we swept you. And that's how good you feel about yourself? You have the nerve to talk shit to the team that has beaten you the most of any team ever in the NFL? And that's with and without the GOAT. How about that? And you talking about good night, ladies. You understand? Ask Godwin what happened with that ACL.
That's who he was saying good night to. I'm telling y'all that.
That was a good night lady hit right there. You understand? And how is it that we can take your quarterback and make him look better than you? And Tom Brady was going to leave you this season. Had it not been for the scandal that happened with Miami. He was going to go to Miami and play for Miami and be part owner. He there just to be there. You understand? Gronk don't even want to play for your raggedy asses no more.
Which is why I think they're in trouble. But I ain't gonna get into that. You know, I can care less.
You need to tell Leonard to stop eating these damn po' boys down here. You understand? To step away from the etouffee. I think he ate a little bit too many muffaladas when he was back at home. Huh? He's the size of, man, he's bigger than damn, he's almost as big as damn Marcus Davenport.
Should have resigned Rojo, by the way. But I ain't getting into that either.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna learn again. They gonna learn.
Yeah, they gonna learn. You understand?
You don't learn shit.
Bro, get your ass up out of here. Don't come around here no more.
He gone, man. He gone.
There you go.
Oh, he back. Never mind. He back. I see him.
You understand? We kicked the TB12 ass so bad last season, he called our coach an asshole and got intercepted by the Memphis. Bruh, y'all don't even want it with us. Y'all ain't even in our league. And you got the go playing for you, and you still ain't in our league. You suck. And you lucky that Tom Brady came and played for you raggedy asses.
And I'm gonna drop this link. I really want to. I mean, if the Tampa Bay fan, if he want to come on and say something,
I don't want to do that. That ain't what he want to do.
It's open for him. He want to say anything.
Hey, we don't never talk about it. I mean, we know Sean. He shuts out Mike Evans for the most part. But that last game, y'all seen when Sean he let him catch that one pass and he tackled the hell out that boy, man.
Rock his little punk ass.
Oh man, I'm just saying. Hey, look, I'm sorry. That just canceled my memory. That shit was funny though.
Daryl, we got the link in the comment. Harold.
Yeah, Daryl.
Okay, I see we got Jerry in the building. Jerry, fam.
What's up?
Not much, man. What's your thoughts on the positions we was talking about tonight?
CB, WD, Uptown. Before I get to that topic, I'm gonna pick up where Uptown just got through saying about this Succaneers fan that's in the chat. Whoever this Succaneers fan is, you might want to keep your mouth closed on this, bruh, because the last 2 seasons since Tom Brady brought his ass down here in the NFC South, we swept y'all. We swept you twice in 2020 and 2021, and going to happen again in 2022. So you might want to keep your mouth shut, Succaneer fan.
Well, you know who might want to keep their mouth shut is Leonard. Leonard need to stop eating all the time.
Exactly, Uptown.
Leonard is 260. While you over here worried about us, man, you need to go over there and work out Leonard.
Uh-huh.
Hey, now hold on.
You better think about another tight end he gonna throw to because Gronk ain't coming back.
Hey, now look, hold on, man. Look, it might be good enough to play offensive lineman, especially guard, because they need it too. So.
Mm-hmm. And plus, that's probably what he's trying to do anyway because he's tired of getting hit by DeMario.
Either DeMario or one of the same players.
Mm-hmm. And DeMario tagged that ass. He getting his feelings and stuff, all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Oh yeah, Uptown. You're gonna be out there to take the soul. But anyway, I just want to get that out the way real quick, CB, WD, and Uptown. I like these positions you guys talking about. I just want to see where this is going. Like I said, the only my concern is, with training camp coming up next week, I just want to see this reviving New Orleans Saints offense once again, because we all know what happened last year, because we sucked ass on offense, bruh. Wide receivers couldn't even catch a watermelon. They don't even know which way to go. and the offensive line was not on their P's and Q's, bruh. That's why this year it's going to be like a revival for the Saints offense, because with Jameis Winston as our quarterback and with this new look offensive line and with this new look wide receiving core and this lightly new running back core, they're going to be dominant once again. I already know what the Saints defense is going to do, because they were the whole damn team last year, and they're going to be the whole damn team again this year. But so I ain't worried about the special teams, the defense. Now with Lutz coming back, we ain't gonna worry about finding a kicker here or finding a kicker there. We got Lutz back and he's ready to go. We got special teams coming back. We got a high octane defense that's lighting it up every week, and we're gonna have a reviving, dominant Saints offense once again. So all I can say is, look out, be prepared. We're coming back.
That same defense that shut down TB12.
Yep, and have CJ Gardner-Johnson standing tall, looking at him like David and Goliath. Amen.
Man, bring your yuck ass. You better go bring your yuck ass over in one of them yuck rooms, bro.
I'll tell him he don't want none of that smoke. He don't want none. I tell you what, as soon as he get on there, he ain't gonna last long, because it ain't gonna be pretty when he come in there. When he tap that link and talk to y'all, it ain't gonna be pretty. Man, I can tell you that right now. So, Yucks fan, Succaneer fan, if you out there, I would think twice and back out, because if you come up in here with CB, WD, and Uptown, I wish you well, brother. Whoever you are.
Whoever he is, you better go run it. You better go find out who I am.
I'm just telling you, just beware.
We'll find out. We just go find out. You're gonna find out tonight. But,
yes, sir.
It is what it is. Thanks for coming through, fam.
No problem, big bro. And CB, WD. And shouts out to everyone in the chat. And fuck it up.
Who that, baby?
For life. Peace out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he it's looking like he ain't gonna click the link we expected.
He don't want to do that.
We do better, man. Come
on. We can go on and just wrap things up.
You don't want to do that, and if you listen, you better go find out who the hell I am, because you're gonna find out the wrong way. I mean, embarrass you. I will embarrass you. And everybody in this, these brothers on this panel know I will embarrass you. You don't call me the MOD for nothing. What you got, CB?
We'll go ahead and wrap the show up. Y'all got any final thoughts?
Oh man, I just want to say shout out to the. Oh, you can go.
I'm sorry. Shout out, man. Just shout out to the chat, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this video with all the people that you know, all the Saints fans that you know. And we appreciate y'all coming through as usual. What you got, dog?
Oh man, I just wanted to say shout out to all the viewers and shout out to Jerry for joining us. Unlike that whack ass Bucks fan, man. I just like to, I kind of do things differently, but I let y'all have that. But it is what it is, man. It's been a good show, man. I am ready for some football, so that's all I got.
Right. Just a
bring your ass in here after week 2.
Shout out to the listeners, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. That's exactly what they said, man. Y'all please like, subscribe, and follow all of our pages, platforms. WD just made a dope highlight reel of Marshawn. We also got one of CGJ, we got one of PJ. So y'all be sure to go check that out. Hey, and it's training camp around the corner. We just wanted to get on the night and address two concerning positions heading into training camp. Of course, we will have a show sometime next week. I guess it'll be the weekend or something. We will talk about that after the show and give a heads up. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But at some point next week, we will have our training camp show. Training camp starts next week, so definitely gonna be lots of info, to talk about, and I'm ready for that. Who that nation? It's time to get excited. The 2022 campaign is on the way, and it starts next week. We just gotta hope, pray that everybody stay healthy. We know training camp, that's the grind of the season, where they doing a lot of contact for the first time in a while, so. We just hope and pray everybody stay healthy because we need as many bodies as possible. So, shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Be on the lookout for our content next week. And this is the WDN Chatline podcast, and we're out. Who that?
Who that, baby?
For life.